Hi, you're listening to Alabaster Jars, a collection of perspectives on life and spirituality, written by women, for women, and read by women. I'm Sheena, and the title of today's reading is The Widow's Husband. The key verse for today is from Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5. It says, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. I am very familiar with tragedy. My husband was killed in a car accident that injured our son and me, then pregnant with our second son. But tragedy didn't stop with the accident. When my baby was born, my father died. So yeah, I know all about tragedy. Yet I was totally unprepared for the tragedy that met me when my left foot touched the basement floor. Water swirled up around my ankles. My basement, my finished basement complete with bedroom, living room, and office furniture, laundry appliances, and a piano, was flooded. As far as I could see, there was nothing but water. I threw up my hands in frustration. A flood in the basement seemed like a man's job, but all the men in my life were dead. I was a young widow, exhausted and overwhelmed with the responsibilities of two little boys. My frustration turned to anger. I marched upstairs, dried off my soaking left foot, and entered my bedroom. Dropping to the bed, I sobbed. Lord, you promised you'd be a husband to the widows, so be my husband and mop my basement. Right there, suddenly, a wave of peace flooded over me. No pun intended. Ignoring my flooded basement, I dressed my sons and left the house. We stayed out all day. Once back home, we had worship, and I tucked the boys in bed. Still filled with peace, I didn't go down to the basement. I got in bed, did some reading, and drifted into a peaceful rest. The next morning, I felt ready to tackle the basement. Donned with old work clothes and boots, armed with bucket and mop, I descended the basement steps. Again, I was unprepared for what met me when my left foot touched the basement floor. Everything was dry. I raced to the guest room, dry. To the family room, dry. To the office, dry. Perhaps the water had subsided, but surely the furniture would be damp. I touched underneath the couch, dry. Even my piano was all right. There wasn't a damp spot or musty odor to be found. Thank you, Lord, I half prayed, half shouted. You did mop my basement. I do have the best husband in the world.